Great morning, holy brothers! Thank you so much for joining us on our pathway to peace inside the Garden of Peace. If you're following along, we're on page 109, and today's lesson is called Evaluating Evils. And we have some people that are a little camera shy. We'll say hi to them anyway. And thank you for being here as well. We got messages almost every day that these classes, these videos, these lessons are literally lifelines for people. And they hang on to them and they use them throughout their day. And God forbid, if they don't listen for a day, they don't have the lesson, they feel a huge difference because you need the constant inspiration. You need the constant strengthening of ourselves. We are always fighting battles and we need to come out on top every day to reinforce ourselves. And hopefully this or anything can have a great impact on you to help you win in every single challenge, every single day to overcome your hurdles. And you should be extremely successful all the time as well. Honoring your wife, unlike a man whose principal evil inclination is the lust for forbidden sexual relationships, a woman's principal evil inclination is the desire for honor, for kavod. A woman longs for honor more than anything else in the world. Specifically from who? From her husband, from you, and she will go to any lengths to get it. This is what our sages meant when they said women are light-headed, because when they're given honor with a few kind words, that's what it takes in order to make her happy, in order to sway her in a different direction. A woman's joy, a woman's vitality comes from the honor she receives from her husband. Honor from other people in the world just don't satisfy her the same way. If a husband, the most important person in her life, doesn't honor her, no matter what else she has in life, no matter how many other people around her love her and respect her, she will deep down inside be miserable. A wife needs honor and positive attention, like she needs air to breathe for her body to survive. This is the way that her mind and soul need to strive. This is what she has to have in her life. So, a woman who doesn't have it, she's going to be so down, so depressed, so on the negative side. A woman needs honor and positive attention. That much. Just like literally breathing. A husband can be helpful. A husband can be loyal and bring him tons of money and give her all great things. But if he's not giving his wife the respect and the loving attention, she will feel miserable. She will feel hopeless. She will be badly broken. Many husbands feel that they cannot compliment their wives because, whoa, what are you talking about? I don't want to lie to her. I don't want to tell her something that's not true. I don't want to say something I'm not thinking inside. Thinking that no compliment is better than an insincere one. What do you mean? How can I tell my wife she's beautiful? She's not. I don't believe it. There's 1,000 other women walking around that are like 10s and she's like a 4. And what am I talking about? I think she's ridiculous. I think she's fat. I think she got ugly. She's not what she used to be when I married her. How can I give her a compliment? I don't even mean it. It's not true. What are you talking about? How can you say, oh, she's so well organized? Well, she isn't. She's the biggest mess in the world. I come home with stuff all over the floor. Garbage is overflowing. The kids' toys are everywhere. She doesn't even tell them to put it away. She has no responsibility or any cleanliness whatsoever. The type of thinking is a miserable, massive mistake. Our sages teach us that there are many compliments that every single husband can give to his wife without exaggeration, without phony flattery. But realistically, you can find something about her that you love, that you appreciate, that is genuine. And then you grab onto that, you sink your teeth into it. Hook, line, and reel it in. That's what you should use to compliment her, because that is something real that you find about. Just at least use those that you can understand. our beauty. The story about Rav Eliezer, the son of Rabbi Shimon, who once came across an extremely ugly man, and he commented about his unbecoming appearance. The man responded, "Go tell the craftsman who fashioned me what an ugly vessel he made." Chutzpah. You think I'm ugly? Who do you think made me? God made me that way. Rabbi Eliezer heard his rebuke and was deeply embarrassed. He was right. If this is how Hashem, God, created him, then this was his unique beauty, because God made him that way. Who are you to decide? Who made you the king of beauty or the ultimate opinion in this area? It's nothing. Just because you think so, that's the way it is? Chutzpah, audacity. So too, when a husband believes that Hashem, God, created his wife to look exactly the way that she does, it'll put a whole new spin and perspective on what looks and what her beauty means, what beauty represents, what beauty reflects. Being God's handiwork means that she has the precise, exact form and beauty that both expresses the nature of the soul inside her and enables her to achieve all she needs to in this world, which includes being attractive enough for the husband that she was destined and designed to be with by the divine. If she's his wife, then her beauty is precisely the measure of beauty that he requires to have. God knows what you need, and God knows what you need for your challenges. God knows what you need for your positivity as well. Every husband who can internalize this concept and tell his wife with full sincerity, then, you are truly beautiful. I love you the way you are, and I love your looks. If she says, "Nah, you're just saying it. I got fat. I'm not attractive anymore." You know what the husband can say to her? He can say, when it comes to taste, when it comes to attraction, everyone is different. How many people like big bottom booties? Whatever. How many people like different colors of skin? How many people like tall people, like short people? Some people like things bigger, some people like things smaller. It's literally subjective. So to me, I promise you are attractive and you are beautiful. Don't worry about what is going on the cover of Vogue magazine. Don't worry what is running down the models, the runways, what these people are putting on. Most of the time what they're wearing nowadays, it's absolutely ridiculous, and it literally looks like they put garbage from a trash can on, and they put it in all different places, and they're walking around looking like that. This is what's considered style nowadays. I can say that looks like garbage, and other people can say that's the most beautiful thing in the world. But you know what? You can be sincere about it when you truly understand deep down what is going on and what everything is reflecting. The more the husband believes in himself, inside, deep down, the more the wife is going to believe it as well. Because many times you can smell his BS. But if you're coming from a place of sincerity and a place of truth and a place of honesty, guess what? She's going to feel that as well. The Gemara, the Talmud in Yevamos 62b, lists all the things that unmarried men lack. A man without a wife dwells without joy, without blessing, without good, without walls, and without peace. A man without a wife is not considered a man. You hear? He cannot be without his other half. He's literally lacking. This in his explicit statement by the Talmud in Gemara. Based on this, a husband can tell his wife, again, with full sincerity, you are the source of all the joy in my life, because he knows it and he believes it. And all my blessings that I have, all my money, the Gemara says, comes by way of the wife. So if you believe it, all the good in my life is coming from her. You can tell her it's all coming from you. And without you, I wouldn't have any boundaries. I would never have a peace of mind. I wouldn't be anything without you. According to the Talmudic teaching, there is no exaggeration whatsoever. It is honesty, it is sincerity, and it is total truth. In Exodus, in the Bible, in 2023, Hashem tells us that a ramp, not stairs, must be used to ascend to the top of the altar in the tabernacle. He has to have it one gradient without having to step up and up and up. The reason for this being is because steps require just a slight level of immodesty, which is avoiding when walking up a ramp. Because when you have to pick up your leg, the pant leg goes up higher because the knee is bent, and that creates a little bit of showing of the ankles, which shows some skin around the holiest place in the world. But when you have a ramp, they don't have to pick up to that level, so it becomes more modest to walk up an incline like that. So this immodesty would be felt by who? Who's there? It's the stones of the steps themselves that we're talking about. An inanimate object, not other people that are looking on and seeing this. But nevertheless, we are told to be mindful of this. We are forbidden to treat even stones of an altar with the slightest disrespect. Rashi comments on this. Now, if for these stones, which have no consciousness, and stones cannot become upset, they don't have feelings, the Torah says, since they serve a purpose, we may not treat them disrespectfully. All the more so, achas kama v'kama kal v'chaimer. The more we must be careful to treat a fellow man with respect, for he is greatly affected by behavior towards him. For our purposes here, we can say, and all the more so, how much more carefully, how much more critically do we need to be careful about a wife who is super sensitive and whose feelings can be easily damaged and easily hurt. The Torah says, rejoice on your festivals. And our sages teach us that rejoicing refers to here is the consumption of the sacrificial meat in honor of the festival. Women, however, are not obligated to bring sacrifices for the festivals. The men are. The woman's mitzvah of joy on the festival is actually incumbent upon her husband. He's the one who is responsible to make sure that she has a good time. His wife's happiness is literally written as his responsibility. A husband needs to be constantly on the lookout for every opportunity to lavish compliments and kind words upon his wife. Don't say, I don't feel like doing it today. Don't say, I don't think she looks good today. Her good looks, her cooking, her ideas, her hard work, how well she deals with the children, and all the housekeeping deserve praise on a regular basis. Every single day, check off. Have I complimented my wife today? And how many times did I do it? What did I compliment her? Did I send her a text in the middle of the day saying I'm thinking about her and how thankful I am to have her in my life? Telling her how good she looks and what she's wearing will always give her joy. She wakes up in the morning, whatever dress she puts on, whatever makeup she has, tell her she looks magnificent. You look beautiful today, honey. Wow. The more and varied things that a husband can find to practically praise her about and give her cool compliments to his wife, the happier she will be. What is it? Honestly, a few words. What are you giving up from your life? It doesn't take anything away from you. Please use a few moments today. think of some more creative words, different than you've ever done before, to give a compliment, to give something new, to get her excited, to give her praise, to give her happiness, to give her joy. And the more you give that to her in her life, the more she will actually be genuinely happy inside, and the more it will come back to you. So please, for the sake of your own marriage, for her happiness, for your happiness, for the kids' happiness, for everybody around you who interacts with you every single day, go a little bit extra. I'm not saying go a full mile, just a few inches. Give of yourself. Stop being haughty. Stop being selfish. Stop being self-centered, and look to another today and give a little bit more of yourself. And with that, have an awesome, deliciously amazing rest of your day. Dun, da, da, da.